Hey there, Magic players. Barry White from MagicUntapped.com and Magic Untapped on YouTube. You know, it's nice to take a week off every now and then, and well, that's exactly what we're doing here. We're taking a week off from our podcast. We will be back next month with the next episode of, well, the Magic Untapped podcast. So what we're doing instead this month is we are bringing you some of the greatest hits of our Magic-related trivia game. Enjoy. All right. Well, Gavin, I didn't only bring you here to talk about Commander Legends and Color Pie and Magic the Gathering Insider Talk. I also brought you here to play a game we're calling Magic Related. I'm going to ask you three Magic Related multiple choice questions. May or may not actually be about Magic the Gathering. Gavin, are you up for this? You get two out of three of these questions right. You get 1 internet point. Sound good?
Wow. I need to add to my collection of internet points. Let's do this thing. Yeah.
Okay, so I got them right here for you. First off, Elijah Bamberg, Holland's court magician in the late 1700s, was credited at the time with performing the most unbelievable magic tricks. How? Was it A, he lost a leg in a war and had his artificial leg fitted with secret compartments, allowing him to perform his amazing magic effects? B, he would wait until the entire court was really, really drunk? Or C, he was actually a descendant from the wizard Merlin?
Wow. All three solid answers. I would be happy if any of these were true, frankly. Especially if Merlin was real. That'd be sweet. I guess, wow. And you see it was in Holland?
Holland in the late 1700s.
Holland in the late 1700s?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go with, I really want the wooden leg one to be true, but I'm not sure if that's what they would have in the 1700s from a war in Holland. I don't know. I'm going to go with the drunk. I'm going to go with B.
It was actually A. He actually lost his war. It was A. He lost his leg in the war, and because he worked in the royal court, he had access to more than just a saw, and they made him a false leg to stand on. He had a custom made with hollow components or compartments and drawers. He was able to hide things in his legs or in his hollow leg to make the tricks work.
That is so awesome. That is so awesome. Kudos to him. What a great way to turn that loss of a leg into a pretty cool job.
Ahead of his time. Or I guess you could say he had a leg up on the magicians.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. All right. Question 2. Vaudevillian magician Jack Norworth is probably better known writing lyrics to one of the most well-known songs in American culture. Which song is it? He wrote Sweet Caroline as a poem in 1928, which Neil Diamond would later put to music. B, he wrote Take Me Out to the Ball Game in 1908, 32 years before actually watching his first Major League Baseball game. Or C, he wrote the lyrics to crooner Frank Sinatra's first hit, Polka Dots and Moonbeams.
Wow. Truly have no idea, but I'm thinking about vaudeville, and I'm going to go with Take Me Out to the Ball Game.
You're going to go with Take Me Out to the Ball Game, and you would be right. And
Hooray!
More than 3 decades before he would actually see his first baseball game.
Wow, that is really, really impressive.
Yeah, man.
Well, okay, I got two. I got one right. I got one wrong. It's all about this third question.
It's all about this. This is for the whole kit and caboodle and that internet point I know you covet.
I absolutely want to win that internet point. Absolutely.
Question 3. Some magicians have gained fame even while being physically challenged. Which of the following is a true story? Admiral Tom Thumb was a midget magician who worked for Ringling Brothers Circus and sold his own magic sets, complete with tiny playing cards. B, Argentinian magician René Levon became famous for his amazing card magic even though he only had one arm. Or C, Richard Turner, considered to be among the world's greatest card magicians despite being blind, is so good at what he does that the U.S. playing card company uses him to test the quality of their playing cards.
Can you repeat number 1 to me again?
A is Admiral Tom Thumb, who was a midget magician working for Ringling Brothers Circus, sold his own magic sets, complete with tiny cards.
I love any man who does sell his own magic sets. I gotta say, that's a nice one. And what was the name of the person in the third one?
That would be Richard Turner.
Richard Turner.
A
I'm gonna go
blind-
with C.
You're gonna go with C. Well,
I'm gonna go
Gavin,
C.
I have good news for you. All three of them were real. They
Oh,
all
hooray!
actually happened. So you get your 1 internet point.
All right, I'll have to bank that one. Put that in the bank. Make it 2 internet points in about 10 years.
All right, Dave. So this time around, we're going to be asking you about the magic of Disney, Walt Disney Company, the magic of Disney. Are you ready?
Okay.
All righty. Question number 1. I have it right here on the sheet that keeps on keying out here. Question number 1. Wayne Allwine, who voiced Mickey Mouse from 1983 until his death in 2009, had a special relationship with Russi Taylor, who voiced Minnie Mouse from 1986 until her death in 2019. What was it? Was it A, after meeting in a hallway before a 1998 TV special, the two became married? B, Taylor was Allwine's high school sweetheart, lost contact with her until the late 1980s when Taylor got the Minnie Mouse role? Or C, they're actually brother and sister in real life, with Russi taking the name Taylor after marrying Tim the Toolman Taylor?
I was going to say all three of these sound very plausible, but thankfully one of them just became less plausible.
Just a smidge.
Let's go with Met in the Hallway.
Go with Med in the Hallway?
Yeah.
Well, good news. You got a point for that one. They were actually married for almost 20 years after that, actually, up until Wayne Allwine's death in 2009. So good job on that there, Dave. Question number 2. Dumbo, the amazing flying elephant, almost made it onto the cover of a Big Time magazine. Which one? A, Sports Illustrated nearly featured Dumbo playing baseball in a 1996 issue after the Walt Disney Company bought a controlling stake in the Anaheim Angels, but they went with Donald Duck and Goofy instead. B, Time magazine in 1941, where they were going to name him Mammal of the Year. Or C, InQuest magazine nearly featured Dumbo as a Magic the Gathering card for their April 1998 issue as an April Fool's joke.
Let's go with C.
You can go with InQuest magazine. Are you sure you want to go with that one?
Not anymore.
You're leading the witness.
Hey, that's part of the game. I've seen the original. I mean, you're good because that seems so plausible. Lord knows there were lots of people in the early days of Magic who got into publishing without really knowing what copyright law looked like.
Mm-hmm.
It was one of the many things I got to spend time doing in between cranking out cards. So let's go with Sports Illustrated.
You go with Sports Illustrated. It was actually Time magazine. The issue was supposed to come out in December 1941, and something else happened in December 1941 that kind of shifted everybody's attention. That would be
Mammal of the Year?
That'd be Pearl Harbor, actually. Happened.
Wow. Okay.
Does Time magazine actually have a Mammal of the Year?
They were doing it instead of Person of the Year that year.
Okay, I was wondering what the other mammals might have been in other years.
Yeah, I didn't think they had that kind of sense of humor back then.
Well,
Okay.
at least one time they did. It was one last question for you here. You get this one right, you'll have won 2 of 3, and that'll give you a free internet point there, Dave.
Okay.
Child actor Donnie Dunnigan, who voiced young Bambi in 1942, had quite the career change when he grew up. What was it? A, after growing up as the voice of young Bambi, Dunnigan attended UC Davis, got a degree in zoology, and became a zookeeper at the San Diego Zoo. B, he joined the military and enjoyed a 25-year career with the U.S. Marines, spending some of that time as a drill instructor. Or C, he went to culinary school and later opened a restaurant that specializes in venison, rabbit, and skunk.
Mhm.
Well, there are so many people that have done so many voices for Disney that it seems unlikely you'd pick this out as a question and answer if he just went and became a drill instructor. So I'm going to cross B off the list.
Okay.
Let's try C.
You go with C. He decided to cook Bambi instead of be Bambi.
Now, see, you asked me that, and now I'm having second thoughts again.
It's what I do, Dave. It's what I do.
Yeah, what was A?
A is he attended UC Davis and became a zoologist.
Right, zoologist. So did he study Bambi or did he eat Bambi? All right, let's go with A.
You can go with A, the zoologist. Actually, he did join the military, and he was a drill instructor. He kept quiet about the Bambi thing during his military career, but opened up about it after he retired from the armed forces. Dave Howell, former Wizard of the Coast employee from the early days of Magic the Gathering, currently working on a new musical stage adaptation of Wizard of Oz. Pleasure to have you on. Thank you very much for the wonderful stories. And you know what? We're going to give you that internet point anyway.
Okay, well, I know just where to put it.
You get 2 out of 3 right, and you get an internet point that you can spend on anything you want.
Woohoo!
Are you ready?
I'm as ready as I'll ever be.
Okay, question number 1. When playing for the Orlando Magic, Shaquille O'Neal did something in his 15-year career that he would never again accomplish. What was it? A. During a slam dunk, he slammed it so hard that it shattered the glass backboard, causing a delay in the game while the crew cleaned up the mess and installed a new one. B. He made his only 3-point basket in 22 career attempts. Or C. When diving for a loose ball, he accidentally jumped into the crowd and landed on comedian Louis Anderson, who had courtside seats at the time.
Oh, so I'm answering or Evan's gonna answer?
Oh, no, Kat, this is all you.
Okay,
Kat, you're answering. Evan's just going to be a smart aleck.
Yeah.
my older brother would just kill me because he is like the biggest sports person ever, and he would know this in heartbeat. I don't know. I don't remember. I did love basketball back in the day. I'm gonna guess. I like the first one because it's just dramatic and it sounds awesome. So we'll go with A, the glass.
Smashing the glass backboard.
Mm-hmm.
He actually did that a few times in his career. He actually
Really?
only made 1 3-point basket in his entire 15-year career.
So that was my other guess because I know he was like a close range player, not a 3.
Yeah, and he would actually launch himself into the stands all the time too. People had to look out for it.
I remember
Whether or not he landed on Louis Anderson, I have no idea. I made that up.
Yeah, I do remember him falling into the crowd frequently. But okay, so he broke more than one goal. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, the backboard on the basket. Yeah, they're made of glass, and he would jump up, and sometimes he would tug on it so hard. A couple times in his career, 2 or 3 times, he actually broke it off the glass, and it made the glass just splinter.
NBA actually had to strengthen like hoops right after that. Like there was a new like rule book.
Okay,
That's
question
great.
number 2. You ready?
I'm ready.
In 2004, the Orlando Magic was briefly part of Magic the Gathering history. Why? A. Special silver-bordered Orlando Magic-themed cards were given out to the first 10,000 fans during a game against the Seattle Supersonics. B. As an April Fool's joke, Wizards of the Coast jokingly announced that due to a trademark challenge by the Orlando Magic, the company was going to have to change the name from Magic the Gathering, that's M-A-G-I-C, to Magic the Gathering, M-A-G-I-Q-U-E, and subsequently would be reprinting all of the previous release sets with a new card back so that they can be played with upcoming sets that will feature the new logo. Or C. Orlando Magic rookie Dwight Howard got fined $5,000 by the team because he unexpectedly missed a game against the Chicago Bulls because he was playing Magic the Gathering at a local game store and lost track of time.
Oh, wow. I'm going to go with B because that sounds fun. That sounds like a great April Fool's joke.
You're going with B?
Yeah, why not?
It was the April Fool's joke, actually. That was totally it. And I will tell you right now, I was in college at UNR, University of Nevada at the time. I read that and I freaked out for about 30 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Well,
I was like,
I would do
wait
that.
a minute.
I would do that, and then I would think, wait, there's no way they're going to pay all this money to reprint all these cards.
Right.
Yeah.
And then you look at the calendar and you go, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the thing you would find on The Onion.
Right. Okay, you got one wrong, one right. You get this last one, and you can win that coveted internet point.
I don't know if I need those.
Maybe we'll get rid of some of that snow. But speaking of April Fool's pranks, a blindfolded Orlando Magic fan attempted a half-court shot to win $100,000 during halftime of a game on April 1st, 2009. The blindfolded fan missed a shot, but the crowd cheered as if he had made the shot. Afterwards, he took off the blindfold, discovered that he indeed did not make the shot, and in turn did not win the $100,000. But the joke was actually on the crowd. Why? A, the man took to the mic and informed the crowd that he had just been laid off and really needed the money. Then after an awkward silence, informed the crowd that he was actually an actor who was hired by the team. April Fools. B, the team decided to pay him the money anyway because of the mean-hearted prank the crowd pulled on him. Or C, the Orlando Magic afterwards signed him to a contract because he got closer to the rim shooting blindfolded than anybody on the team could without a blindfold.
All of these are so mean.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. That third one sounds really dramatic. Like, I think it would take more to get signed to a professional team. I don't know. And the first one is just not a good feel good story. Let's go with E because it makes me happy, and I'm hoping that's the real one.
You think the team went ahead and paid him the money anyway?
I have no idea, but that's the one that makes me happy. That's what I'm going with.
That would be a wonderful thing. But no, they turned the prank right back around. The team actually had him hired as a paid actor to prank the crowd.
They need to pay Penny Hardaway some way.
Well, I guess if it was on April Fool's Day, okay, that makes a little more sense. Because I'm sitting here thinking, like, man, that's awful. Oh, well.
Well, Kat, thank you very much. And of course, Tarmokat Cosplay, keep up the good work with all those costumes. Maybe we'll see you at an event once events become a thing. And thank you very much for joining us and playing our game.
Oh, yeah, thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay.